Hey guys, Kickassreaction here, and we are back to continue on again with more of My Hero Academia Season 7. So we've pretty much defined like the overarching theme of Season 7, which is just gonna be like a big fucking battle royale. You know, all of our known villains in the league, and pretty much all of our heroes and pro-heroes together to have one last battle between, obviously, All For One, Shigaraki, and everyone else. It's going to be interesting because, like I said, I do feel like with how My Hero likes to pace its fight scenes, this definitely could last the entire season. Because we're probably going to be mixing, obviously, a lot of back and forth screen time with everyone, backstories, however they want to pace this, you know, and the fact that we only have about 15 episodes left in the season anyway. I think we're good. I think we're good to go for the rest of the season. But yeah, our matchups, of course, you know, All For One versus Endeavor, Hawks, and I think Best Jeanist as well. I think they're the top three now. Obviously, you know, you got Shigaraki, the bulk of the problem, going up against Bakugo, Mirio, Mirko, and like the combined efforts of Aizawa, the copycat, the really shitty All For One guy. Don't remember who else is in that party, but we'll probably see them. And then you've got, obviously, Toga and her NPC group versus Deku, Uraraka, and Sue. That is very much concerning because, oh my god, that's going to be such a curve stomp. Like, Toga's not even going to have a chance to speak to Deku, he's going to end her so fast. But yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see where this is going to go. Generally, just kind of wondering, you know, how long each team's going to last, who's going to go out, you know, when and how. And just, yeah, deaths. What deaths going to be like in this, because we got some deaths. But we'll see. So yeah, guys, you know, let's just go into this, episode 7. Let's begin. Alright guys, so, episode 7 of My Hero Academia Season 7. Let's do it. Oh, I'm going back again.
分断です。スター&ストライプ戦のレコーダーを見る限り、
Yep.
信楽戸村の強さはオールフォーワンを優に超えている。
More powerful than one for all.
そのオールフォーワンの力も神の戦を見た者なら承知のはずだ。
Yeah, that was a problem.
プラス、タルタ
He
ロス
basically
襲
just
撃時に見
flicked
せ
his fingers and got
電
rid
波
of
を
all
用
the
い
other
た連
heroes.
携に加え、二人の思考の共有がどこまで可能かも深くて、二人が揃って出てくるだけで。
Really love that shot of Shigaraki in him.
スターの時になぜ連中それをしなかったんだ。
名を呼ばれることを避けたんでしょう。ニューオーダーのルールならオールフォーワンと呼べば成立してしまうだろうから。
Oh man.
第二次決戦においては最低でも10キロ以上二人を引き離す。
Yep.
これが我々の勝利に必要な最低前提条件。
The minimum. Don't let them team up.
その通りだよ、塚内君。
Oh yeah, that's right. Darby as well. Yeah, he's Todoroki. I actually forgot to mention that. Todoroki and Darby.
ダビが先兵に来るだけで我々の足は止まる。
じゃあオールフォーワンと信楽を引き離すためにまずダビを引き離して。
ダビだけじゃないな。
そう、すべてです。
Absolutely everyone.
敵主力を分断し、各国撃破。そのためには敵をおびき寄せることが条件。
And then the rest is pretty much history, right?
青山少年たちを動かし、敵に気づかれることなくおびき寄せ、システムトロイヤを使ってヴィランたちを分断。その後、黒霧のワープをコピーしたモノマ少年が That
was still great. I love bro just copying the warp clerk to just use his greatest weapon against All For One. Yep. Epic moment. Even with just one eye eraser, Aizawa looks peak. Oh, Best Jeanist is with was with Shigaraki's group. Okay.
エンデバーとホークスを中心としたチ
It
ームを
was
派遣し
Woods, man. What the fuck is he gonna do?
狂気の男ダビは上の句グラウンドゼロに移送炎に対抗できる轟少年
Oh no, man. I think that group against All for One's a little is a little weak.
その行動が予測しづらいため
Yeah.
離島である奥と島へ隔離ギャンゴールカを中心に戸賀姫と
the Orca group.
裏中少女
Pretty much all aquatic-based quirks aside from
残りのヴィラ
Uraraka.
ンたちはタコバ競技場へと移送分断漏れしたヴィランはシステムトロイヤーを利用しつつ
The NPCs that aren't not even worth showing, honestly, in this fight.
なお蛇空病院跡地で拘束中のギガントマキアセントラル病院で拘束中の黒霧は死柄木の復活とともにオールフォ
They
ーワンが奪
should
還に
be,
乗り出す
you
公
know?
算が大きい
They're
ため
like key
それ
assets.
ぞれに人員を配置計8つの
That's
場所で
definitely a way to extend the art longer, just to bring out the big boys.
これが私と塚内くん相沢くんとで考えた第二次決戦その作戦の全容です
Didn't quite go that way though. We got a 99% success rate in actually pulling off this this plan. Obviously, Deku, the bulk of the Shigaraki battle is now with Toga. Actually, he's on an island, so we can't even just blitz over to Shigaraki either. Because A, he's on an island, and B, they're in the sky. Oof. That's bad. That's very, very bad. Oh yeah, brainwashing guy. I always forget about him. Well, I think his name's Shinzo or something. Oh no, it's been too long. Will any of, like, our main villains, though, actually meet their end in this arc is the big question. Are we done with Toga? Darby, you know? Spinner, like, Spinner, I guess you can end him, but, like, that's such a nothing threat, it's not even worth mentioning. Like, Mr. Compress really should have come back, you know? Oh dear, starting right off the bat, eh? With the strong stuff. Missed the last pass.
動きは取れないが俺が傍らで接触し続けることでモノマのコピー制限時間5分を解消できる
Trust him.
ここまで状況を整えた上で緑谷を中心に有利を取る前提だった
And it didn't go right.
だがまずいな
He underestimated the obsession of a yandere. And whatever the hell this is. Yeah, this is new. This is a new ability. Did your arm just get crushed? What the? What? How is that not? How is that immune to erasure? What bullshit?
髪が伸びることと同じ爪が伸びることと同じ進化していく個性に体を対応させるべく人が獲得した新たな形
And it was this monstrosity that was probably fun to animate.
蓋をし来たるべき未来から目を背けてきた
Yeah,
お
man,
前
that's
たち
today.
わからないっす
Ah, oh, that's sick. Oh wow. We've been packing the heroes up. Wow. Guys, priorities. Priorities. Do you mind?
先生僕はちゃんとやってますよ 断じて僕の落ち度ではない。
分かってる。てか
イレイザー、緑谷君から通信が。
He's on a fucking call right now?
どこにいる緑谷。
ごめんなさい、戸が卑弥呼に来て奥戸島です。
奥戸島だと。
That's bad. Does he still have warp?
ワープで緑谷君を連れ戻さなきゃ。
いやダメだ。モノマはコピーの同時使用はできない。真正からワープに切り替え
Really?
緑谷を連れ戻すのに。
I swear he copied Kirishima's quirk and Bakugo's quirk together in these sports festivals.
数に膨れ上がった手。
And he can't use them at the same time, but I swear he can store them for 5 minutes.
真正を解いた瞬
Right?
間
Right? I must remember it. I swear he did that.
緑谷、悪いが自力で戻ってきてくれ。それまで俺たちが死柄木を抑え込む。
自力で戻らせます。
アンコールがいなくとも我々で勝ってやろうじゃ
No,
ない
you
か。
can't. No, you can't. You have no chance whatsoever. Inflation. It's actually scary how little chance you have. It's below 1%.
太平洋沖合約200キロに位置する奥戸島。遠浅の海が美しい水平線を描
I think
く
this is a nice
リ
little
ゾート
resort.
開発された南の島。
Now it's time to wreck it.
島の目玉である奥戸水族館は国内外から人気の観光施設であり、ギャングオルカこと坂本空吾が館長を務めている。
I guess we had to give these guys some threat, right? So let's just throw a bunch of Namus in. Let's go! I don't even know what you call that quirk, but that is cool. The mouth brain is terrifying.
社長、こいつら弱王の時とレベチっす。
あのノム、オール・フォー・ワンからさらに個性をぶち込まれたのか。
This guy again. Toothman. Fucking Toothman is back. You could have given me a million guesses. I never would have guessed Toothman.
ええ、でも今の衝撃でグラビティとテクションが。
Oh, what bullshit.
デク君、先生はなんて。
自力で来いって。ワープが使えないってことは予断を許さないってことだ。
じゃあ早く。
Oh my god, that face! That face! That's the most wild I love you confession of all time. Well, probably not, but you know.
切りかかられてもフォースが反応しないのか。
危険を危険と認識させるほどの
What?
こんな人間が
What?
存在し、
What?
今日まで生きてこられたとは。
Bro, this isn't fucking Spider-Man vs. Venom right now. What do you mean it isn't recognized?
どうして欲しいんだよ。
More plot armor, I see.
私の
There is no reason that shouldn't work. But I would accept the offer, to be fair.
彼女は純粋な行為で人を傷つける。
No, I guess that quotes useless and abusive relationships then. That is such horseshit. Like, what do you mean it's based on what the person attacking you feels? It should be based on what you feel being attacked.
緑谷伊豆はワン・フォー・オール9代目継承者であり、
I did not know that.
この戦いにおける最重要戦力である。頂上社会が始まって以来、日本で
Like, of all things to happen in a fight, I would not expect the enemy to ask me to be her boyfriend. That's a new one. I bet even Deku could predict.
直接的に好意を伝えられたことはなく、彼はトガに好かれていることに気
You
づい
wouldn't
ていなかっ
recognize
た。
even if she did.
恋人だと。
Yeah, what the fuck? What?
何を言っている。どこまで行っても彼はクソナードだ。
He's never been confessed to before, man.
好き。
There you go.
初めて見た時から血だらけで
There you
ボロ
go.
ボロで
You know?
初恋の人にそっくりで
Ooh,
かっこいいよ伊豆く
that must be awkward. Whoa. Oh my god.
ん君になって
Holy fuck.
集中させて
That is a face I was not prepared
二人で
for.
遊園地に行って手をつないでクレープを半分こすることだろ
please be just that.
私にとっては同じになることがそれなの。
And Uraraka feels a
それ
disturbance.
でしか満たされないの。
また来るぞよか
Oh, nice.
ねえヒーロー、君は私をどうしたい？
I mean, it's always been sexual with Toga, but goddamn.
まだだ。気配を消す術。混戦でこれをされると後手に回る。危機感知でも捉えられない。ある意味天敵。
Nonsense. You still got Black Whip. There you go. Thank you.
オールマイトのように強くありたいと思った。同じになろうとすることが心を満たすのはわかるよ、戸賀卑弥呼。でも、じゃあなんで心も同じになろうと思えないんだ。僕は好きな人を傷つけたいとは思わないよ。
Oof. Don't question her methodology, my man.
どうして普通になれないの、あなたは。普通に生きてよ。
Damn.
異能の抑圧によって自分を殺した不幸な少女。
好きに生きて人を脅かすなら、その責任は受け入れなきゃいけない。
She snap?
いずくくんも
Is she
お茶
snapping?
子ちゃんと一緒だね。
Not really.
パパとママと一緒だね。ふとさ、戸賀卑弥呼が頭をよ
Oh
ぎ
dear.
とても悲しそうな顔してた。
A little sad.
ヒーローとヒーローが守る人たちだけが人なのね。交わることはないんだね。
Oh. Oh. Really? So did she get over those feelings pretty quickly then?
待って、戸賀卑弥呼。
I guess, yeah, she got everything she wanted, both Uraraka and Deku together.
私は考えなかったよ。もういずくくんだらと思ったけど、もう大丈夫だよ。
Damn! Damn! Really? We're just ending that little fixation right there. It wasn't me who was wrong, it was the world itself! Oh my god! Oh, that's not good.
私と同じ人。
Did you forget about the other one?
遅れてごめんなさい。
Were you about to not call me Sue?
大丈夫。かすり傷。ナイフの回収を。血がついてる。
That is not just a
最も
scratch.
行動が予測しづらい相手。ゆえの離島に分断があだとなったわね。
Like, Deku, actually just fucking chop her and move on already.
行きなさい、レクちゃん。
This should not be taking this long.
今ここで恋愛話じゃないですよ。作戦通りに戸賀卑弥呼は接触数の多いウラビティを中心に私たちで肩をつけます。
Nice.
テク
It's a
君、
shame because Sue is wildly, like,
死柄木を。
kind of underutilized in this weird three-way relationship.
じゃあ二人とも変だね。頑張ろう。生きにくい。私はこんなに好きなのに。言って。
セブンス浮遊発動。サード発見発動。
God damn.
推進力とバランス遅い。会場じゃ黒道を引っ掛けるものがない。
Yep.
黒道プラス生地 100% ならすぐに。早く早く。
動揺してるな。
Yeah, his mind is a little scrapped right now.
その補強パーツはワン・フォー・オールの 100% をカバーできるものではないだろう。戦場に着く前に負傷するつもりか。
Fair.
あるいは俺の異能を使おうとしたか。
はい。
その選択肢は最後に取っておけと言ったはずだ。ワン・フォー・オールの強化とともに俺たちの異能も強化されている。
Which is cool.
その結果あれは極めて得意な力へと変貌した。かつての使い方ではもう扱える代物じゃない。捨て鉢にはなる。
Well, you know.
これは未来を使った。
Look, man, the final boss is right there. If there's ever a time to use it, we need it now.
お前はお前の戦場を見せろ。
That's
よかったわ。
Suzuku done.
緑谷ちゃんはこの子を無視できないだろうから。
Yeah, Blora would have been
それ
thinking
に
about them thighs
人
the
が
whole
大事に
fight.
しまっているものを暴かれるなんていたたまれないもの。
Wow.
もういい。
Secret? What do you mean secret? Couldn't be more obvious.
つゆちゃんも大好きだけどもういいよ。なりたい自分になりたいの。私が当たり前に生きたいだけ。ね、シンくん。私は戸賀卑弥呼。
Yes,
ヒ
you are.
ーローはいらない。
No, you
だ
don't.
から消えてね、さようなら。
嫌だよ。私も私の当たり前を全うする。うららかお茶子として。
What are you doing? Oh, what? Bro, really? Yeah, like, none of these fights are gonna conclude, are they? None of them. We're gonna do this whole thing, and then in, like, the last 3 episodes, they're all gonna conclude at the same time, right? That's how we drag it out, right? That's how we get the pace going. Oh, wow. Same area?
俺はホスのあの戦いを見て動き始めたんだ。翔太君！熱い！異常な暑さだ。エンジンがやられる。近づけない。ああ、ごめんな。自分語りしちまって。
Nice.
また俺を見てくれなくってよ。テンション下がっちまって。
Is he floating with his
ま
flames?
さかの本人は現れず。来たのは三男と側近3人だけ。これが俺に対する答えかってさ。
Well, there is a bigger threat out
一緒
there.
に落ちよう、轟エンジ。地獄で俺と踊ろうぜ。
Definitely his best scene in the show, for sure.
ほんと、参っちまうよな。けど、おめえは下がってろ。耐熱効果がある体じゃねえだろ。大丈夫だ。俺はあらゆるものの軌道を変える。
That's pretty cool.
周囲の空気の軌道をそらしてりゃなんともねえ。いつものことさ。
Nice.
冷徹に合理的にもう10年だ。ずっとそうやってきた。いつも通り。
Very cool though that the sidekicks of Endeavour do get to deal with Darby though. They're very much experienced with flame quirks, so this is cool. Honestly, a pretty cool matchup even without Endeavour being here.
その浮き衆が君に託した。私たちは
Nice
君
name.
を全力でサポートする。
ありがとうございます、バニー。
礼はいらない。エネルギーの無駄。
どうや、ダビー。勘違いするな。俺は言われたからここに立ってるわけじゃねえ。俺自身がお前を止めたいと思ったから立ってるんだ。それって
Then let's do this, brother.
お前を無視してヒーローを続けるってんならそうなる。そうだよな。
That is so cool! Seeing him fly just like Endeavour.
人対人だ。誰かの命令で物言わぬ兵隊が動いたわけじゃねえ。
Also, like that smoke is like, bro, what the fuck? How are you all breathing?
環境を変えたい。壊したい。黙認されあちこちに蓄積されてきた歪み。超人社会の限界。それが俺たちだ。生きてたならなんで帰ってこなかった？知りたいか？
Please.
じゃあ教えてやる。腐っても兄ちゃんだしな。俺がダビになった経緯、お前以上の熱を絶やすことなく生きてこられた理由を。
This is getting a little disturbing. It looked like he was actually burning his lips off right there. So that's all that's left are just like his teeth exposed forever and ever. That would have been freaky as hell had it been the case. Like, no, just no. Ugh. But here we are. I want to see Spinner with that, with his hair just down. That actually looks pretty cool. Alright then, so didn't spend too much time on Toga and Deku though, you know? Because really that should have been a fight that's just over in one hit. Like honestly, just one chop and we're done. But I get for story purposes we need to keep Toga around for, you know, for Uraraka and Sue to do something with. But that was pretty funny, you know? Because while I really hate the idea of Uraraka holding her feelings in until, like, the end, because it's just an excuse to not actually write a relationship, it's the will they, won't they bullshit that's well outdated now. It's really funny to think that she was not the first person that confessed to Deku in the story for that reason. That is pretty funny. Because if we got Deku and Uraraka by now, we could have just been like, yo, I'm taken. I'm taken, you know? But nope. You know? Bro has got no experience in romance, and his first, like, clear obvious sign that someone's into him is the enemy on the battlefield. And yeah, you know, I feel like no matter who you are, that's probably going to it's probably going to confuse a couple of people, you know, because how often does that happen? Oh my god, not even like I love you, man, but straight up asking like I want you to be my boyfriend. God damn, you know. I mean, look, Toga's great, it is probably worth the risk. But waking up every morning, you know, soaked in your own blood with a new, you know, a new stab wound here and there, probably would get a little repetitive. I can't lie, you know. So we'll see, we'll see. But obviously, I'm very excited to see where the fight between the three girls does go, because you know, Toga's mindset is very interesting, and I'm really excited to see that. You know, again, one of the better examples I think of just the of a non-practical quirk, right? Of a quirk that actually is so, it's impulsive, right? And it literally seeps into your personality. It's a primal instinct that something needs to happen for her. You know, her desire for blood isn't just something that is, in theory, kind of cool. The idea of, you know, ingesting blood and being able to not only shapeshift, but also to gain the powers of anyone else is really cool. But obviously, the downside to it is too great. It comes with the desire to want blood, much like a vampire, and obviously for a child, for Toga, with no real therapy, with no understanding, with no professional help that can actually understand how to deal with a kid like that, obviously the desire for blood just grew more and more, and it became a part of her core personality. And so it's a great, I think Toga is definitely a good example of just a quirk that has a lot of drawbacks to it, that seeps into your personality, and that really does warp your worldview, particularly when everyone else in the world is just kind of against that worldview, you know, because they don't understand what's going on with you mentally. So I'm really excited to see where we do go with Himiko Toga in this fight. Like I said, I'm expecting probably we are going to be ending off some people in this season. We really should be, because it is the penultimate season. And, you know, I think right now it probably makes more sense that we end Darby's story at this point. I mean, we are literally about to get his furthermore in his backstory and why he chose to become Darby and become a criminal as opposed to going home for, you know, his daddy, for his siblings and all of that. I think thematically it makes sense to end Darby in this season, but obviously Toga's right there as well. It is kind of strange because we really only have like those two left on top of like Spinner, and I don't know what we're gonna do with Spinner because he's also got influence for mutant type quirk users, but we'll see. You know, obviously we really could get rid of both Darby and Toga in this season, and then just leave the last one to, you know, Shigaraki, and All For One. If by somehow All For One is still around and he's not beaten down by the end of season 7, you could definitely do that. But I would really hope by that point he's out, you know. But we'll have to see. For sure, we'll have to see. But yeah, that was really cool. On that note, I would hope that Toga's not going to be done in this season, because well, at least not now, because I do want to have more interactions with her and Deku. But obviously, there's more to go with that because Sue, right? We haven't had much between Toga and Sue at this point. She really is like the third potato that like Toga almost never thinks about, only when she's there. So I'm going to be excited to see that finally. But you know, Toga Deku is definitely something more I do want to see. But even though it does feel like now she kind of got out of that obsession, because she realized that the people she was interested in for thinking like her don't actually think like her. So, you know, we'll see what comes of that. But yeah, anyway, guys, really fun stuff. Let's go into episode 7. So here we go, guys. Like I said, I assume we'll probably do the classic thing in Shonen where we just have all of our battles take place consistently throughout the story with no real structure to it. Not like 1, 2, 3 and down. We'll probably just pace it in a way to where we get all the battles at the same time, and then, you know, last 3 episodes or whatever, we just see the downfall of all of them back to back to back, and not like we take out Toga first and then we get the fights with anyone else. It's just, we'll do it like that, which is going to be interesting because right now Darby, if he's really on his own, then he should in theory be taken down first, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah. Anyway, guys, episode 8 of My Hero. Let's go. Who we meeting? Who the hell is that?
喋るな。
I feel like I have heard the voice before. Ah, the doctor. Strange, you didn't think we'd see the doctor again. Great shot. I don't know how he's not, like, killed himself already. With how lethal they've said that his quote is to himself, it doesn't feel like he should even be able to use it this much. But we'll see. We will see. Beautiful shot, and obviously the fire glow effect is peak. He looks beautiful with that, but really anyone does.
火は消えない。
お父さん、今度の休み瀬古岳に来てよ。すごいことになったんだ。必ず来て。ショートにだって到達できるかどうか。オールマイトにも負けないかもね。
You would absolutely get one shot by All Might.
涙なんか。お父さん、なんで来ないんだよ。お父さん。止まらない。炎が。
Knocked down. God damn, he burned himself alive! Jesus!
釣りたくない。まだ何も。まだ。
Yeah, you can literally see his lips starting to disintegrate. There you go. And that's all that kept you alive. You're telling me this doctor couldn't have done anything for Darby at all? Two Flashfires. Interesting. Who found him then? Was it the doctor? Got a lot of your skin recovered though, like damn. The fact you even have a face that's recognizable is crazy.
俺生きてる。なんで？あ、おねむりくんが起きた。先生、おねむりくんが起きたよ。先生。ここはどこ？これ俺の声か。ここはお家だよ。おねむりくん。3年。
Whoa!
私は入ってきたばっかだから知ら
He
んけど。
slept for 3 and he's up and moving? Like, impossible. Bro, you are atrophied beyond belief at that
何が
point.
起きてる？俺は瀬古岳で燃えて、それで
And you lost 3 years of life. It's crazy.
帰らなきゃ。
ダメなのさ。
どうして？
君はこれからここでみんなと暮らすのさ。ここで新しい家族になるのさ。きっとすぐに気に入るさ。
That's creepy.
待ってよ。帰らなきゃ。お父さんは仕事が入って来られなかっただけかもしれない。きっと心配してる。ひどいことをしたし、いたし。
Yeah.
お母さん
Tried
たちに
to
謝って。
kill your brother.
お父さんにまた見てもらわなきゃ。俺はヒーローに。
残念だがそれはもう叶わないだろう。焼け落ちた体の修復は困難を極めた。欠損部分を再生組織で補う。
And I mean, the fact they got anything back is insane.
だがそれでも君は生き延びた。
何を言ってるのかわからない。別人？
以前のような力は出せない。各機関の損傷、痛覚など体制感覚の鈍化。君の体は弱り、もう元には戻らない。我々も万全な君を迎え入れたかった。手を尽くしたが、残念ながら失敗だ。
God damn.
辛いね、かわいそうに。でも僕なら君の炎を元通りにできるかもしれない。どうだい？僕たちと家族になって教育を受けてみないか？
And then I'm assuming he eventually just burned this place to the ground.
俺は他の人間から教えを請う気はない。
Didn't quite realize just how crazy he
教え
was.
られるのはお父さんだけだ。
そんなことをしたらダメなのさん。
うるさい。黙れ。黙れ。
And he burned the whole place down.
育ちすぎていた。ただれすぎていた。あまねくすべてを支配する男でさえ、その父親への執着には付け入ることは叶わなかった。
But in the end, he ended up in All for One's cans anyway.
何かがあった時の保険。高き憎しみの苗床。魔王の器。ダビはそんなスペアの一つで失敗作じゃった。
Huh.
どこまで？いや、なんだ？何がいて？何もかもオールフォーワンの仕込みつまんねえ話
Did
か。
he kill all those kids in
気を
there?
つけよという話じゃ。あれはわしらの見識の外に生きておる。
Yep.
帰らなきゃ。家に帰らなきゃ。
There will be no home
わ
for
しら
you.
は放っておいた。なぜならダビの体は目覚めて動き始めた以上、一月と持たぬは
Oh,
ずじゃった。
oh, wow.
だから
今はダビで通してる。
ブローカーが奴を連れてきた時は驚いた。
It's like fate,
なぜ
really.
戻ってきた。なぜ生きている。わしはダビの真意を聞きたく、二人きりになる機会をこしらえた。
氏子さん、あんただろ、俺を生かした。
And he
気
remembered.
づいておったか。嬉しいの。あれからどう生きたのじゃ。
この生きる屍を見てると、あんたらが俺をどうしたかったのか、なんとなく察しがつくよ。戻ったのは葬式にちょうどいい場所だったからだよ。
その一別が全てを物語っておった。
Well, in the end, you were fine.
死にゆく体
That is a
を
very detailed
天
shot.
才の炎だけで踏みとどまらせてきたのだと。
なあショート、実はさ、一度家に帰ったんだよ俺。前よ
Really?
り弱体化してんのにさ、期待してるもんなんてあるはずないのに、また見てもらえるように。きっと変わっていて欲しかったんだ。見たかったんだ。
What tripped you off?
俺を生んだ意味を。でもさ、3年ぶりの変わらぬ光景が改めて教えてくれた。
Oh, he got a lot more
俺が
obsessive at that
失敗
point.
作で意味はな
A
く、
lot
こ
worse.
の家族はもう俺を過去にした。いろいろ限度を超える
Yo,
とさ、
let's go! He's
自
literally
分が
created
作
an
っていたもの
arena.
が白黒反転するんだよ。あれから炎を鍛えるのに専念した。
This is disgusting.
弱いまま
Like,
会いたくなかった。
actually, he is just killing himself as he is
剥がれ落ちて
speaking.
も何も感じなかった。
Doesn't mean you're not actually killing
朝
yourself.
ならいくらでも見られた。
Nice, we got YouTube in My Hero.
あいつ刺激だったんだ。鼻から
あれが町を守るたび、あれが名声を上げるたび、俺の心は脈打った。俺が死んで、ダビが生まれたあの時からずっと。
Let's go!
物が生じ、動くことで生まれるエネルギーじゃ。悠久をヒントするオール・フォー・ワンには持ち得ぬ、ひたすらに死へと向かうための熱。魔王すら見放した編集教の死の炎。
This is disgusting!
大切なもの、すべて焼き尽くす。
Holy shit!
それが俺の生まれた証。
I mean, we're pretty much confirming, yeah, he is gonna die at the end of this arc. But this is stupid. Holy god, is that just disgusting? He is literally intentionally burning himself to death with his powers.
必殺技角尺熱拳。自身の熱を極限まで高め溜める状態、またそれを放出するもの。若きエンデバーが到達した火の極地。力を求めこれを収めた時、エンデバーは自身の限界を知る。そして火は陽炎を生じ、見据えた景色を歪ま
And
せ
just
た。
look at him! He looks like a corpse now!
話してたらテンション戻ってきたわ。聞いてくれてありがとな。
How are your clothes still on?
迷いが一切ない。父親不在
Yeah,
で
he's
お前が相
melting
手
the
しても
statue.
冷静になりゃいい巻だ。お前は俺が止める。
You better.
勘違いすんな。俺はお前にもしっかり思うことがあるんだ。弱くなった火を取り戻すことから始めた。
It's kind of crazy. We might actually get a villain that aims straight up just kills themselves
俺以上の素質。
just from the battle
励
alone.
みになった。鈍化した体は俺から限界を取り去っていた。見よう見まねの放出特化。角尺熱拳。オールマイトが好きかショート。来るぞ。
Oh yeah. God damn, just one hit and you're pretty much out.
にしては太い。大雑把すぎる。
Yep.
俺はトウヤ兄の好きなものも知らねえ。トタラキ君。
How do you counter this? It's kind of like a match of endurance, really. You just have to outlast him. Like he's what's gonna kill him itself soon.
早い。ヘルスパイアは目くらましか。一つ聞きてえんだがショート。お前一体どんな面して怯える市民と一緒に遊泳にこもっていられたんだ。
Oh man, they're making it hard to pick a thumbnail shot for this set because what the hell? Jesus, come on, man, Shoto, do something, man. Use some ice. He is just a fucking moving, flaming corpse at this point.
全てを持って生まれたくせにそうあろうとしなかった。誰も言ってくれねえなら俺が言ってやろうか。うらうら中途半端な人形が。てめえは何者にもなれねえよ。
Please do something, you fool! I know it's sickening, but honestly, the blue flame effect in this show is so peak. It looks so good.
迷ってばかりの半端はそれが俺だ。熱が中和されてる。
God damn.
親父のことしか見えてねえと思ってたよ。しっかり俺のことも見てくれててよかった。みんなに追いつきたくて習得しようとする過程で見つけた。
Yep.
角尺。この技は自分で発展させた。
Okay.
お前を止めるための技。
ショート、やはり配置の最高。
オール・フォー・ワンはどうすんだよ。今残
ヒーローであれの相手をまともにできるのがあんたしかいないように、緑谷が死柄木を止めるように。対東屋兄には
We have personal business to attend to, you know.
俺もそうしたい。俺の使命だ。みんなでだ。それぞれやれるべきことをやって、みんなで東屋兄もヴィランも止めるんだ。
Oh, this. Oh.
弟から言ってやる。
What is this
親父は
theme?
イカれてた。うちはダメだった。それでも人を焼いたのはお前の選択だ。
Yep.
轟くんがダビと戦うなんて。
みんな30分以内に上がるようにな。
Lovely,
む
lovely.
しろ望んでた。
We can bond in our
心配
nudeness.
無用だ。親父は約束が果たせねえっていろいろごねるだろうが、ダビと戦えなくすることすら親父への罰だとすれば、ホークスたちは賢明な判断をした。ダビはうちの罪。それに俺の目指すところに行くには避けては通れねえ。
Yep. Oh, I
だ
love
からこの
this.
技はその壁を越えるためのものだ。
掴みかけって言ってたあれ、伯爵熱拳とはまた何か様相が違う。
そっか、お前は出てっちゃったから知らないんだ。ここな、触っても熱くねえんだよ。ほらすごくねえここ。
That's really cool.
状態維持が難しくてすぐ切れちまうんだけどな。
継戦能力は俺の方が上。はいザク。
Nice.
伯爵の極意を右と左同時に心臓を中心に発露させる。
Okay.
熱い血と冷たい血が体を循環し、相互に安定をもたらす。
You perfectly balanced it.
熱と冷気が混ざってまるで冷たい炎みたいだね。
親父は体
Flame
の
so
熱を
cold
下
it
げるために霊を
burns.
望んだ。俺は逆を行く。あの家に俺が生まれた意味を俺自身が肯定できるように。
君の力じゃないか。
Yep. Those words still ring dear. Also, his hair in this scene is crazy. He actually looks frozen.
これ以上関係ねえ人たちの命を奪うな。伯爵熱拳。リン。
Can he just one-shot him? Are we done with Darby now? Has he legit been one-shot KO'd?
全部俺たちにぶつけろ。そうすりゃ少しは頭は冷えるだろ。
Honestly, you've been holding this in for a long time.
この灼熱の中を耐えうる体と俺の熱を冷ます力。
He really was the
お前
ultimate.
以上に敵人はいねえってわけだ。
Damn.
そして選択の可否を口にする。
There really was no one better to be born of those quirks than him.
こうも型が違う。
切れた。入れ直さねえと。
歪んだレールが聖堂に交わることはない。超人社会の限界。俺たちがそうなんだよ。これ以上は平行線だ。焼けて死ねよ。俺たちのために。
No. Oh dear. And yeah, you damn near forgot about the NPCs in this fight. I did. And they're down. They're literally all out already.
俺ですら焼ける高熱なのに。
すみません。
What was your name again? I'm sorry.
ありがとうございます。
例えば
Bleeding,
こんな人
crying blood, eh?
あまりに多くのものを拾い戻る道だった。欲望で作られた血、過去。
いいのよ、お前は。血にとらわれることなんかない。なりたい自分になっていいんだよ。
そのことに気づいてからは立ち止まっていた俺とは違ってみんながはるか先にいると思ってた。でもみんなはいつもそこにいた。
That's right, man. Some of the most cheery, accepting classes ever.
A組は 誰も置いていかなかった。
Well,
いつも
maybe a few of
安
them.
心させてくれた。
必殺技は己の象徴。何ができるのかは技で知ってもらうの。
溜めて放つ力の凝縮だ。
溜めて。
Let's see your hope, man. Your ultimate move. How far did that go? It's always been his stronger side, his ice, at the end of the day. What'd he do? Make him into a glacier? Huh? Froze the town. Froze the flames themselves. Oh dear. Oh, I'm surprised his legs have not shattered. Like, genuinely, at that point, I expect... Because his body's already so fucking dead. I would not be surprised at all if his legs just shattered there. Since they were entirely covered by ice. But goddamn. That was great. Honestly. You know, this is definitely one of the more anticipated things from My Hero, obviously, because the build-up has been so great for it. And you know, the big point was last season when, you know, it finally all came out. The theory talk, you know, the motivation behind Darby as a character, all of his pent-up anger, everything he's needed to vent out for the last, you know, many a year, has all finally reached at this point with Shoto and Darby at the center. So I really have liked this. You know, this has been absolutely incredible. You know, from an animation standpoint, it's beautiful. The blue flames are absolutely incredible. The disgustingness of how Darby treats his body, literally burning off his flesh, damn near everything about him. I'm surprised his vocal cords aren't gone at this point, you know, but yeah, just looking more and more horrific and more like an actual zombie. Very violent for the My Hero Academia universe, to be honest. The fact that, like, his teeth... like, his lips are gone. Like, he's literally just like that from now on, you know? It's horrifying to think about, you know? And I'm really curious to see where we're gonna go with that at this point, but yeah, you know, like I said, great backstory. Obviously, Shoto got his big ultimate move that we finally get to see, his perfect blend combination of Endeavor's, you know, Flash Fist attack, or Fire Fist attack, whatever it was. It was great, you know, and surprisingly, it seems like that's it. It seems like we're actually done with Darby in this fight now, you know, because, yeah, like I said, definitely one of the more pressing matters in My Hero Academia was to get rid of Darby, but this was, I would not expect him to go down this soon, you know, because last time we were actually, seemed like we were building him up to be way more of a threat. You know, and while he was a big threat in this one, don't get me wrong, I did not expect him to go down in this episode. But the fact that we spent literally the entirety of the episode on him does feel, it does feel appropriate for that as well. So that was really fucking epic. Like I said, not too much fighting in the way of, you know, obviously in a situation like this, you don't get too much fighting. It's really like an all or nothing situation, but it's still beautiful. You know, the animation is beautiful in My Hero. You can really tell. You know, if budget does go every season to the movies that they get that they make, you can really tell that extra budget is going into the season because, yeah, like the effects on the fire is just incredible, and I loved it, you know, and it was absolutely great. And this was one of, obviously, the heights of Shoto's character, because obviously this has been what we've been building to his character the entire time. It's been the family drama, and we see, you know, how finally, after the sports festival, he realized how much he was holding back and how much potential he was locking behind his hatred, and we really got to see, you know, him be pulled out of that hatred, where both Darby and Shoto were going down very similar paths up until the sports festival arc. but obviously it's the support of 1A, it's the support of Izuku Midoriya that really did help him go down a different path than Darby, you know, and it's kind of curious, right? If Izuku never got through to him, how similar would he be, to be honest, you know? We may never know, but this really did feel like the pinnacle of Todoroki's character development for, you know, for his story, and it was just great, you know, it was great, and that's pretty much it, you know? I don't know if we're going to get any more of Shoto and whatnot in the battle, if we're now going to have him move somewhere else because he is free to fight more. But we'll see. But either way, that was definitely a peak episode of My Hero. The backstory was great. Dude was meant to be a lab experiment, but said no and ended up going back anyway indirectly was really funny. And yeah, just animation-wise, story-wise, this has been great. You know, Darby's character has been great. Shoto's development has been great. And the comparisons between the two have been great. So, this was great, is what I'm saying. But yeah, guys, that was incredible. My Hero Season 7 is really picking up the pace. This is proving to be even better of an arc than Season 6, which was obviously some of the best stuff we've had in a long time for My Hero. And yeah, Darby did not disappoint. And I'm really curious to see what we're actually going to do from here on out. But guys, let's go on episode 9. Alright guys, let's do episode 9. Oh boy. Is he alive? Is he dead? He probably should be dead. Through almost no help of our own. Blue Flame, nice name. Oh yeah, there's more Namus, aren't there? Poor dude, I forgot Ida was even there, to be honest. He did not get to do anything at that point. But surely all of those heroes can do something. Surely against a couple Namu. Yeah. That's a hard one, having to beat your own brother. Oh, calm down, you know, we haven't even had Deku, like, appear yet, where he's meant to be. Extras, as Bakugo would put it. What the hell? You're not gonna spend a whole episode on the nothing characters, are you? On the shit that we could not care less about. Well, she's no extra for sure, but still, she's not really fighting anyone of note. Also pretty cool. This is a gorilla? Getting beaten by kids, man. And well, Mount Lady too, you know. But still. 知っていたように見せかけ、その実、数十人のヒーローがあらかじめこの地を防衛できるよう配置されていた。我らの最大戦力の一角を担うオール・フォー・ワンの腹心、ギガント・マキア。Yep. 我々別動隊の戦力奪還同時展開は。Well, it's pretty obvious you do whatever to get him back. It's not really a secret. 人材の仇使い。これよりは解放の時代。 この吐き散らす人間は蹂躙されるのみ。あの雄英教師のようにな。みんな。 Violate? Where the fuck have you been? That he did, that he did. Alright, so this literally is just the extras. The almost nobodies, like tail guy. Are you kidding me? You think this guy matters whatsoever? Fucking a duct tape man. The coffin in the sky. That's actually a good one. That's a main fight. Which means, I love that he actually had faith in him. No arrogance there, just praise.
なるほど。この相性を見るに、戦国の折は主要戦力の分断を最優先にしたものであり、その他の対応については現場対処というわけですね。
Yeah, the extras.
その根底にあるものは信頼。
Flower Man? What do I even call you?
この星を追う湿った皮膜そのものです。
何？宇宙人何時分？この星って。
実利と実害の話です。過去、あの男を欺こうとした者は誰一人生きてはいない。例外を生むことは許されない。
Yeah, basically you're gonna die at some point. Ioma.
番が回ってこなかったゆえ、オール・フォー・ワンの近く、その実利、ここより果たしてみせましょう。
Let's see if you live up to being a possession of his.
イソップのコウモリ、青山優雅氏。
メルシー。
Messi? God damn, talk about a crowded area. Spinner, let's go! Yes, let's go! Now this is an interesting one because he's another of the main fighters.
あいつは真正面から立ち向かった。そして成し得た。ダビを、兄を止めた。ダビが負けた。
He did?
ありえねえ。
Oh, we got a new what?
情報戦だ。
What the hell?
嘘だ。そう。
What the hell, Spinner? All for one give you a new ability? Wow. You did, in fact, need one. What if he had flame immunity, right? Like, what if he had something to help you?
目的も力も俺にないものすべて
異形の長となる井口君には、それにふさわしい力が必要だ。君に与えよう。
俺には何もない。
And that's that, huh? A power to increase in size. Not quite Mount Lady level, but still pretty good. Because yeah, this guy is legit no threat at all without some extra power behind him. Ah. Yeah, because if they get Warp Gate back, it's kind of GG off that alone. They control the course of the battle. Another person I don't know the name of. Literally just extras is all I can call half these guys. NPCs, basically. There, they won. Nice. Didn't even need to show it. Even Ida. poor Ida, man. Used to be a character.
ごめんな。なんで君が謝るんだ。どうしてこれでまだ息があるんだよ。
What the hell? You wanna explain that? What was I looking at there? He's still breathing, so he's still alive, of course. You guys are really getting on the phone in the middle of a fight. Yep. Won't have to if he beats your ass down. I know, right? Such a taunt, genuinely number one. This one's nowhere near as sinister, but it still looks pretty cool. It's more of a Darth Vader-like mask.
それは当人が最も理解しているだろうよ。
数で攻めるのがセオリーですが、奴に限っては個性の強奪がある。貴重な戦力を養分にされるわけにはいきません。ですから、ナンバーワンと俺。少数最高戦力の連携で叩く。The smallest and strongest team we can. Well, let's see what you can do, man. Can you really ignore his taunting? Someone as hot-headed as you, pun intended. Meh. Bro is literally just going mid. Like this is mid. Damn. Definitely a very awkward battle. Oh my god, let's go. Flaming fists, that is sick. Now you're finally getting creative with fire powers. Yeah. It's just awkward fighting an opponent you can't fight. You can't let touch you. And so far you are losing. Well, he's genuinely got a more important job. I love the flaming boxing gloves. They're so cool. See, now this is creative for fire. This is just... Was that you that picked him up? Damn, he picked him up. Yeah, that's not too surprising, to be honest. Yep. But his fighting style kind of depends on his rage, in a way.
What even is that move?
君はこの距離で避けられるかな。ナガンの代替品よ。
避けられない。ならせめてまだプロミネンスバーンのあるエンデバーさんを。
Ooh. Ah! Oh, Jiro! Nice! Oh dear, the UA students themselves fighting all for one. Oh, that is sus, but also so cool.
こらえろイヤホンジャック。あとできればあまりあれだ。腰を動かさないで。ドギマギする。
Nice, nice. Look, you got a great ass, okay? We're good. We're in the fight. We'll make sure you don't die.
ワン・フォー・オールにたかるハムシ。昔読んだコミックにあったな。魔王の引き立て役に当てられる脇役の話。
Nice. I want to see him just read comics.
倒してから言った方が良くない？オールフォーワン。なんつって。
It's insane. Yeah, no, seeing the kids fight all for one is still, like, I've been prepared for it, because obviously Deku's got Shigaraki, but it's still crazy to think about that, and also, my god, did he take a large chunk out of him. You really need your head in the game. Like, big time, he needs his head in the game right now. Sizzle your wound, man.
全部俺が招いたこと。この戦いもこの傷も全部。
エンデバーさんの傷は肺をギリギリ避けてる。羽から伝わってくる呼吸音でわかる。まだ動いてくる。動く前提で進める。
Very interesting matchup here, though.
無駄だぞホークス。出る幕じゃない。俺がここに配置されたのは上が膠着した場合のさらなるサポート。そうだろ。それはエンデバーさんがいた上での話。シルドか。まったく情けなか。また助けてくれヒーロー。当然。
Let's see it then.
こんなところで油を売ってるわけにはいかないんだ。戸村の方に万が一があってはいけないからね。
I don't even know what to make of those quirks.
死なない限り立ってくる。となるとこのフェーズでの彼らの目的はそれまでの時間稼ぎ。たかが取引にはめられるのも面倒だ。この場で今最もほころびが生じうるのはここ。
Gross. Oh, damn, he let go of her. Dude, his long-range abilities are insane. He has complete mastery of the air. That's a great face. It's terrifying to fight him, but it's still so cool. Little bit. What even is that? Like, my god, this guy's creativity with his quirk is crazy. Are we sure Deku can beat that? And he's the weaker version? He's second best right now?
ホークス、今の君はただのポンコツ。
Delusional. Oh my god, she lost an earjack. She fucking lost an earjack. Oh, that looks bad. Holy crap. She actually lost one of her... I mean, did she just lose the jack or did she lose the whole ear? I think she might have lost the entire ear. Yeah. Yeah. That's bad. That's very bad. You know, I definitely like All For One as a character because, you know, they're really playing on the meta that My Hero does take place, like, IRL, it does take place on Earth, and you know, there have legit been, like, characters and comic books and stories, you know, from what we can assume, there's been everything. There's been DC and Marvel in My Hero that All For One read when he was younger, and, you know, you just love to see how, like, he's kind of used to, like, all of these kind of taunts, these kind of matchups, you know, not just from comics, but obviously real life as well. He has a wealth of knowledge when it comes to superheroes versus supervillains, and he really does. He does prepare himself for, like, every case scenario, and even taunts, like, what should be the expectation coming out of these fights, you know, with them getting the drop on him, with thinking that this is like a school project, you know, with them assuming that they'll win in the end and beat the big bad villain together and all that kind of shit. And it's just fun to hear his commentary on all of this because, you know, he just loves taunting the situation and just really loves hamming in how real the situation is, how deadly he is, how much the Demon King, which is kind of what he is unstoppable, you know. And regardless of if it's, you know, pro or not, you know, Matt, like child or adult, he just loves doing this, and it's really interesting to actually see this, you know, exploiting the weaknesses of the heroes, which is a lot of time what the heroes do to make their wins, taking control of Endeavor's anger, taking control of his insecurities, taking control of his guilt that is already flustering in this fight, even knowing that, you know, Tanya was beaten by Todoroki still means that he had to carry the full weight of the responsibility that lands on Endeavor by himself, and it's distracting him, you know, and through those he gets absolutely lethal hits, and it makes sense, you know, considering he has such an obvious weakness himself, it does make sense why he's trying everything to exploit the weaknesses of the others, you know, literally here, like, just, obviously it was meant to be a killing blow, but just tearing off one of the ears of Jiro, whose quirk is entirely dependent on her earphone jacks, is brutal. It's lethal, man. I mean, Jesus Christ. What even gonna do after that? Like, genuinely, you know, can she still fight? I mean, that's permanent, you know. Like I said, Eri is an option. Eri is there, you know. Assuming she doesn't die in this fight, you always gotta imagine, you know, Eri just takes her time, charges up, you know, just goes around tapping everyone one by one and gets their powers back, and, you know, we'll see what comes of that. But yeah, this is still incredible. Two super randos from Class 1A fighting All For One is still really fun to see. You know, I just love the matchups we're getting at this point. Even All For One is kind of at the point to know, you know, he's enjoying his time, but business before pleasure. You know, he can't spend all this time here, and his goal is to get back to Tomura to, you know, to double team. And we're going to have to see. We're really going to have to see what actually comes of that, because, like, you know, literally from a logical standpoint, if we let him do that, we're screwed. We can't do anything. So, I'm really curious how they actually do beat him here. You know, because our combination of characters really isn't enough right now to win. Even if Endeavor does get back up, Jiro, Hawks, Endeavor, and Tokiyami, not the best team up against All For One. But we're definitely going to have to see what comes of this. But even then, you know, still really cool. This did kind of balance out, I would say, the matchup right now, whereas obviously at the start, Todoroki did defeat Darby, you know, so we did have the upper hand at that point. And even with them losing a lot of their extras, literally title card, you know, with the wound that Endeavor has, with the damage that Jiro has taken now, and no doubt what Hawks is going to be like at the end of this fight, losing his Endeavors, we're going to be a lot of assets down at this point. So I'd say even by the end of this fight, we're probably still in the shitter, assuming the state that All For One is actually in by that point, you know? It's just such a weird, like I said, the matchup or the merging process of Shigaraki and All For One is so strange, because it does present the opportunity for All For One to die. It does give the excuse that Endeavor, Hawks, this team can kill All For One and be rid of him for good, but obviously he is not done. He is merging with Tomura, so his conscience is still inside of Tomura, so you kind of get past that where you do kill him, but you don't, and you know, it's just very different how they're doing this. So yeah, plot wise, it does make sense if we are able to kill All For One in this fight. But I'm still curious to see if we're actually gonna go that far, because you never know, you know. But yeah, that was the extra episode, if you want to call it something, of My Hero Academia. Really funny. We got to see, you know, Mina, Kirishima, you know. All the extras in the Derby Todoroki matchup, they're done now. Rip Ito, he used to be a character. I don't assume we're going to spend too much time on any of them again, because, well, that was titled extras, but we'll see. But yeah, you know, still a good set. Pretty much got a good taste of pretty much everyone in this fight, and it was really cool. I assume next, just based on the pace, and I assume we'll go back to Shigaraki very soon. But yeah, guys, that was the set of My Hero Academia. Hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Hey guys, Kickassreaction here, back again with more of My Hero Academia, and the war is still continuing. Derby is our first member that was out. Shoto cleared him pretty easily, honestly, for all, you know, for all his hype and his aura. Shoto clapped in pretty hard. We are in the position now of just Deku trying to get back to Shigaraki. He was not in the episode or the set really at all after the whole Toga thing going on, so we still haven't actually had that interaction yet. But All For One is also trying to get to Shigaraki right now, because he is just kind of playing around with the heroes, and in a very, very nigh impossible to predict matchup, we have All For One versus Jiro and Tokiyami. Like, not something I think I'd ever would have imagined was those two versus, you know, the big bad of the story. Endeavor's out. Well, right now he's basically out. Hawks is also nearly out right now. So things are going as I think expected for literally anyone not named Deku to fight All For One, but also still very badly because of that. So we're in a very difficult position right now. Toga, I mean, for some reason, Deku didn't just chop her ass down and, you know, end that off really quickly. But yeah, that's just basically where we're at right now. You know, things are not going very well. Shigaraki is not struggling whatsoever, despite despite the blocking of his quirks, because that's just how Shigaraki's built. And yeah, things are not going well. But yeah, either way though, guys, I'm ready to get into this set. 10 to 12 this time around. I'm excited. Hope you are as well. So let's begin. Alright guys, so episode 10 of My Hero Academia Season 7. Let's go.
ヴィランとの第二次決戦。軍が山荘跡地で
Oh god, it's all the
ヒーロー
elements
とオール
going
フォー
up.
ワンとの死闘が続いていた。
Yep, we got everything there.
震えてるぞ。
What am I looking at?
学生気分の延長で来てしまったんだね。
It's so freaky because he doesn't even like combine quirks together. He can use them together, but he can't combine them into something new. So this is just insane. And she lost an ear, which her quirk is dependent on. So she basically almost lost her quirk
君
there.
の少ない羽ではさばききれぬ物量だ。
Oh, we didn't show him getting screwed.
今の君はただのポンコツ。
Yeah.
脇役が錯覚してしまったんだね。
You were delusional
たまたま
supporting
王になる
characters.
力と居合わせたばかりに自分も魔王に立ち向かっていい。
You know, for a brief moment, yeah, they
特
did.
別な人間なのだと。
Yes, they did. That's not gonna grow back, is it? She's Oh, let's go. Let's fucking go. We got our new... Yeah, it would happen a little early because we got a shorter season, but we're here with our new intro, baby. Let's peak it up. But Jiro's basically near quirkless now. my god, this is more like an All for One intro. Very concerning that they're the first people in it. Yep. The suffering they go through. Oh, that's really sick. We've already done with Dubby, though. For right now, at least. So, like, it's just surreal seeing that. The spinner stuff. I don't even know your name. Ooh, we got Miro right there. Damn, I couldn't even tell who that was. Yep. Whoa! What was Toko wearing there? Yep. All our class, our bros. Our father figure. They know we're waiting. And they're gonna drag that Deku vs Shigaraki fight as long as possible. That looks beyond painful. Is there any way we can reattach that? Damn right. That is crazy. She can still fight. I mean, yeah, I don't see what she could honestly do to All for One. What? 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 What do you mean the will of the clerks? What? What? What plot armor are we introducing now? Like New Order was a little different. She specifically like inserted herself into the clerk there. That's not some shit the other clerks have. Ooh, nice hit though. Oh, giving him darkness? You'll do whatever you can to upgrade Dark Shadow. What are we doing here? Ragnarok, nice. Oh, that's such an appropriate name. Such a sick battle attack as well. Ragnarok is an epic title. There's no way they're gonna beat him. There's no fucking way they're gonna beat All for One. Yeah, that makes sense. That's fair. Smart. Yeah, it's almost like the plot needed it to happen, right? Like, clerks shouldn't have wills. They're not fucking consciences themselves. Yeah, he's not playing around now. Oh, that's freaky. It's like some JJK shit right there. Oh. Who's gonna fix it? What'd he do? Oh, go and okay! Okay, Endeavor! Just... Dude is going to lose every bit of himself in this, isn't he? He just lost a hand. He just lost his fucking hand.
償いと過ちと責任がお前の生来の弱さを暴き出し、見るに耐えないグズへと引きずり下ろした。
I mean, to be fair, becoming weaker to beat the ultimate villain is kind of cool. It's kind of a cool story. If you're gonna become weaker at all, you might as well do it kicking the ass of the top villain in the universe.
何だったのかを悪漢から少女を救おうとし、結果少女もろとも肉塊と化した父を
And just random Endeavor backstory.
真の超人への羨望とひがみをエンデバー
It's like
努力と名乗る卑屈な少年を
It's like bring every negative emotion you have out and fire that shit all at him at once. Your rage makes your embers stronger. Yeah, or even Deku is sick.
俺はいつも自分の弱さとしか戦ってなかったから。だが生まれ変わろうなんて考えるな。己の弱さを呪い続けろ。唯一
Bro's about to go supernova levels. Literally losing his hand. Obviously, you gotta sear the wound shut. Oh, epicness. Oh, epicness. Or just make a new hand of fire. Supernova level, bitch! Flames are always powered by emotion. The flames of emotion.
この先生涯よくやったと自分を慰めるような日は来ない。この戦いを終わらせるのが俺の使命だ。今のは危なかった。
Sure. But your mask is fucked.
こう来ることは分かっていたが、まさか君ごときにあの日の辛酸を重ねることになる。
Damn, you actually felt pain there, huh?
手負いのヒーローが最も恐ろしい。
They have nothing to lose at that point. At that point, their limits mean nothing. Is that all you've got for defense, bro? Some weird energy shield little thing. Yeah, no. Like, you could make a prominent plan for fucking All for One. Yeah. Yeah. Rationality means nothing to, like, fire users ever. It's always the better option. Oh, you're made of wood. That's not good. Yeah. It's just a suicide move. Like, bro's about to do what Darby just did, man. Like, turn himself into fire, practically. I don't even know how you're still breathing anymore. You couldn't breathe at all about that life support machine. How the fuck are you doing it now about the mask? Oh my god, I know you're going up in the air, but bro's gonna set the whole goddamn forest on fire if this attack goes through. But what's that attack name he used against Namu? Like Prominence Burst or something? Fair. God, that cape is epic. Oh, 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 oh. Bro, this is gonna hurt like a bitch, even if you do live. I don't think I'd want to live if this went off, honestly. Bro became a mini sun. Appropriate reactions, for sure. Literally a mini sun. You wanna go catch him, Hawks?
超再生がないことは確認済み。仮に隠し持っていたとしても、死柄木のような肉体でない以上は。
Oh my god.
もう死んだ。
Did he have a self-destruct ability?
僕が何の仕込みもなくのこの子現れたと思ったが。
What's your trump card?
この体は僕にとってもう用済みで捨て去るだけのもの。
Alright, fair.
だからこそ
Gotta be kidding me. I've lost track of how many of those they even have anymore. I know, obviously Aizawa was one used. Oh, that is so creepy. That is so messed up. Wounded hero, burning bright and true. You almost never even realized the title hasn't even shown up yet half the time in this show. What is even happening with him? But Endeavor might have just lost his quirk. Eri, can you charge up again, please? Again, you did that with Mirio, so there's no excuse. Don't care how long it takes. Damn. When did she lose all of her hair? I don't even remember when that happened. I feel like there was a little Dark Souls inspired for this right here, because what on earth am I even looking at?
オール・フォー・ワンの個性が定着すればするほどうちに蓄積された個性群や多様な快適環境に見合うよう体が最適な形態を模索しているんだ。上原信也、この体と力で全てが僕の手のひらの上となる。僕かそれ以外の世界が生まれる。姿も形も能力も
Deku, where are you? Like, actually, how close are you now?
大きすぎる際は不理解を生む。不理解は恐れと排斥を生む。その結果が今じゃないか。僕が統括すれば皆等しく非搾取側だ。ヒーローの望む平和な世界に一歩近づくとは考えられないか。 てめえが今、死柄木かオール・フォー・ワンか知んねえけどよ。
You never know.
に耐えねえんだよ。神のんと行くから一号一回。動き回って十分汗溜まった。
Oh, oh, oh.
作ってくれたこいつで。
Oh, that's insane. What is that, nanotech?
ストレーフパンツァー。
What the hell?
俺が風穴ぶち開ける。
That is so epic. That is such a cool upgrade. Like, genuinely, that's one of the best upgrades of the show. Yep, everyone's going to max. Nice. And they're eating jelly-filled donuts. Damn right. From that very first day, where it all began. Every moment you two have had, all that character development we got. God damn. Yeah, he's doing it, man. That is so cool. I love that. I love that upgrade. Yeah. Like the two big fire users in this episode getting like their big moments now. Taking on all for one both. Now this ain't gonna take him out, but this is gonna hurt. And it's gonna hurt a lot.
6番エンジンヒューズが切れたカット早くシャフトが歪んでるスペアを持ってきてくれ早くコードが落ち続けてる墜落するぞ
Oh shit.
死柄木が巨大化したらしい重すぎるんだ
Oh wow, really?
警備係も上に行くって
出力上げろ
It's cool to see all the results and support.
高校インザスカイ死柄木を閉じ込めるために張ってある電磁バリアのせいで中のものは外との通信が取れない
That makes sense.
取ってないで働いててかなんでいるの経営
Wait, really? But
唯一
Aizawa
ナンバーへの
did
テレ
that.
パスのみが外界の情勢を伝えるそうここは棺桶私たちは今死柄木もろとも死での
You
旅
seem
に出よう
very unbothered. Yeah. It's gonna get like every hit ever once the show's over.
ではだよ過去の戦争の映像画像それらの資料君は誰が何のために残したと考える
Yeah.
私たち経営家の役割はヒーローをプロデュースす
Oh
る
my
こと
god.
ヒーでは
You're gonna get like over 1 billion hits on YouTube easily
ここ
from
で学んだ
this.
3年間とともに記録に残すんだ彼らがいや私たちがどうやって勝ったのかをさ
Alright, so we also gotta worry about just crashing right now. Don't let him touch you. Holy shit. Yeah. Please! That's gonna burn your retinas right out, but you can't look away.
ちょっとあのバック号って子大丈夫なのステージのこと考えてるねじれの美しい髪がさらに燃えてもっと短くなったりとか
That's fair, honestly. She's very hot with her hair when it's long.
あいつ細けんせん飯食うときは左手テーブルの上に添えろって何回言われたか
それは今関係あるの
つまり周りのこと考えずに戦うようなやつじゃ
Fair.
ないってことっ
He's
すよ
intelligent. He's got battle smarts. As we've seen that again and again in the show.
周囲への被害を抑えつつ威力は段違い
Ah, and his gauntlets are long gone.
素晴らしいから
Oh my god. Oh my god. There's no way they both lose a hand in this episode, right? Like, both are flame users.
君の歩みや成長には
Is he gonna take his quirk?
興味がない
Is he gonna take explosion?
ダイナマイト
なあ本体に接近できればなんて一体誰が言い出したんだ
Fair.
僕に接近するということはオールマイト並みのパワーをその身で味わうということなんだが
Fair. You want me up close? Alright, let's go. Kind of earned it now. By far in the show, your biggest attack. He had the ultimate cheat code.
何を思い何を目指す爆豪勝樹ただ一点興味があるとすれば君は緑谷いずくと最も仲がいいなら
All you're good for is someone else's
必ずここに
name.
戻ってくる
Yeah, he's been gone for like 3 episodes. Chop chop. You're the fastest person in the world right now, and you're taking your time. I know it's only been around, like, I think 5-ish minutes in the show, because obviously the only internal clock we have is that Copy Boy has a 5-minute limit to his copy ability. And the fact he's still in use means it hasn't even been, like, 5 minutes yet. Ooh, this is nice looking. Very nice looking, actually. I love just both Dabi and just Shigaraki now with the pure white. Oh my god, oh my god. They actually showed Invisible Girl, that's crazy. They're like committed to that design now. I don't even know who that is walking on the water. Nice. Yeah, it's very surprising that we've actually gone quite a bit of time now without Deku really being at all in any of the episodes. So yeah, I think, yeah, it was episode 9 we had Toga in it, and now we're, no, sorry, episode, 7 was Toga's big episode, and now we're up to episode 10 with, like, no Deku at all, past that point. But really cool stuff. I can't believe now we've got, like, even the visual representation of the half body where now, like, Shigaraki's, like, head is so fucking charred that one half just looks like All For One, the other half Shigaraki. It's very disturbing. Very disturbing indeed. But that was still epic. Like, our two Flame Quirk users in this episode really, getting their time to shine, obviously, you know. Which does make sense, because there is a lot of, there's a lot of similarities between, obviously, Endeavor and Bakugo. You know, they both have gone a long part of their life just being the biggest pieces of shit. Obviously, we've had that enunciated a lot in Endeavor's backstory with, you know, the whole family thing, I'm derping on the name. Todoroki family, there we go. The whole Todoroki family thing. Toya, you know, Shoto, all that good stuff. How his obsession with power and his obsession to become the best has really hit him. And obviously, it's very, very similar to Bakugo's story about how he was also basically going down the exact same path of Endeavor of trying to just, you know, neglect other responsibilities in his life, like friends, you know, family, you know, studies and what, not really studies, but just his top obsession was his quirk, and his top obsession was beating All Might and becoming the next symbol of peace. So there is a lot of parallels to draw from those two that in the end is really cool to see. And obviously, while Bakugo is getting his development through his connections in the story, we're seeing, you know, the full sins that weigh on Endeavor and how now he is trying to make up for those, how he's really trying to go past those. He can't ever give up what he has, because what he has is who he is today, but he is now trying to use that power, that anger, those sins to actually, you know, paint the future for the kids so that they don't have to ever be weighed down by the things that he or anyone else has done. And obviously, you know, that means giving up his body, maybe giving up his life at some point, you know, all in the name of actually making the better future and charring the fuck out of All For One. Which is really cool. He lost his he lost his hand in this episode, which was just insane, you know. First we get Jiro losing her part of her ear and then her ear jack thing, and then we get Endeavor losing his hand. I'm still, like, very uncertain as to how willing My Hero's gonna go in terms of character deaths, because a lot of shonen are just very unwilling to ever do anything like that. So the best thing we can mainly hope for, I guess, is the you know, it is like limb loss or something like that, permanent damage and scarring and loss, and that's definitely a big one, is just, is Endeavor losing his hand. But as usual, like, a part of me just can't get out of my head is Eri. Like, Eri is such a plot device quirk in this story. I just don't know. I know you know, someone in the comments did remind me that Eri's power needs to charge up, but the fact that it's so powerful, like she literally erased like her parents from existence. She rewound time so much that she erased them. Like the fact she has no limit as to how far she can go back, you know, means she can just undo all of this with enough time to charge up her quirk, you know, like it's the possibility there that they can't back out of, you know, and that's why, again, going forward, even after this battle, just Eri's endgame is so curious to me. She's probably the most interesting secondary character, not even secondary, mostly just a background character now, but she's the most interesting background character in My Hero Academia, because she arguably does have the most ridiculous quirk in the story, and it's just insane to think that, like, the villains aren't after her at all. Because she can literally, outside of death, I think, can undo all of this shit, you know? So, we'll have to see if what actually goes on with Eri. Again, really hope she's not just background forever, that, like, you know, the villains do at least bring her up at some point, for God's sake. But, we'll see if that. But yeah, you know, Endeavor's great, Bakugo's great, two of the best characters, I think, in My Hero Academia. Love the upgrade for Bakugo. I think that is my favorite upgraded ability that the kids have at this point. Like, actually rapid firing his quirk, so it's not just all in his gauntlets, is incredible. And what that is, you know, like his big moment, unfortunately, we're at a point to where the power of Shigaraki is just insane, that it doesn't even knock him down for like a minute. Literally nothing. So while that is incredible, it's a little underplayed at the fact that, like, it basically amounted to almost nothing in the end, you know? And literally, just settling that it is a literal impossibility for anyone at this point to fight Shigaraki and hope to take him down outside of Deku. Like, it literally cannot be anyone else at this point. It has to be Deku, which is a little unfortunate, but, you know, it's not unexpected, is the big thing there, you know. But like I said, Bakugo's had one of the, you know, one of the better redemptions in My Hero for sure, and seeing his journey from, you know, day one when Deku ran after him with that sludge villain to now, it's been great. It's been an incredible journey to see. I have loved it, you know, absolutely glorious times. And, yeah, you know, really fun stuff. Doesn't like he lost a hand or anything, but, you know, he's not doing good right now either. But we're getting very close, I imagine, to the Shigaraki vs. Deku encounter, because we have about 11 episodes left of My Hero Season 7, so we should be getting that very soon, and obviously, I have no idea. I have no idea how that's gonna go, because we have another season after this, you know, so fucking who knows anymore. I don't know. I don't know. But like I said, big highlights of this episode, and Bakugo's, like, machine gun upgrade is peak. Absolutely peakness. But yeah, guys, the battle's not done. I don't know what on earth happened to, like, All For One's body. It does seem like, you know, like, Endeavor did kill it. It does seem like he's actually removed the original body of All For One for good now. But even then, like, it's regenerating in some way. It's kind of weird, because he said that, like, he's done with the body, it doesn't mean anything anymore. And it did imply through wording that it's dumb. But apparently there's still, like, some other thing that, like, he's doing right now where it is regenerating. Like, he's gained an ear and an eye. Like, so what's going on there? I feel like we're getting a bit of miscommunication here in the dialogue and the actual actions that are happening. But yeah, we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. So guys, let's go into episode 11. Alright guys, episode 11 of My Hero Academia Season 7. It is time. You're boring, bro. Insanity. Actual insanity. And it amounted to almost nothing by this point. Yep. Yep. You're once again just a a connection to that quirk, which is all he's thinking about right now. He's just playing with his food until the main course comes. Oh man. Definitely like all the design changes there. I mean, honestly, like, you know, they gotta do it now, right? Like, he's gotta get his, he's gotta get Deku's ass there right now. Yep, still waiting to see Toga again. Meh. I don't even know, like, in what context we're gonna get Darby meeting Endeavor again, because, like, he's already out. Ironically, yeah, he was out by his first episode. Really should have taken that second quirk. But there's also, like, Toga's trump card, which is just twice his DNA. Okay. Nope.
さっき繋がってたろ。バリア内だけじゃなくても電波の乱れに影響されるの。さっきからずっとノイズまみれで。
Crap. Yeah. Can't keep my eyes open forever, man. I like that. You never see Aizawa freaking out this much. Yeah, that sucks. What'd you really expect, though, when, like, the main villain's right here at the gate? Oh.
もともとそういう指示だったからね。この戦いが終わったら、根津校長にやってもらおうぜ。卒業式。
そうだね。
Okay.
勝てるかな。せめて緑谷くんが来るまで。
はい。
みんなを守りきろう。俺たち3人のパワーで。
The big three. Light fades to rain. Nice. I mean, I'm not sure what you could do, honestly. I mean, I guess Shigaraki can't touch you. But what else is there? Yeah, he would have taken your quirk by now. Oh my god, really? Yeah, that was a great scene. So he wants a big battle with Deku then. You're just mid by this point. Goldfish poop next to All for One? Oh wait, which one did he say there? Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure if he said All for One or One for All. But yeah, that got a big reaction. Oh, nice. Nice! Now that's a good move. What? This literally is Jujutsu Kaisen now. Like, unironically, this is right out of Jujutsu Kaisen. You've got the mouths on, like, the body. It's like, ugh. Nice. Intangibility is one hell of a power.
見たことがある。邪空にいたな。ふざけた顔だ。
It really is, yeah.
ルミリオン、伝達と警護担当のヒーローさ。君以外のヴィランが乗り込んできた時の迎撃とか情報を円滑に回したりとかで素早く動ける人間がいるってんでね。でもさすがに黙って見てるわけにはいかないよね。なんで壊す？
失敗しているからさ。
Because I like it. That's all you gotta say. What answer would satisfy you at this point?
友達がいなかったんだな。
Damn, that actually got him.
ことはできても有効だがない。だから波動さんのエネルギーを
We'll show you the power of friendship.
友達がいればわかるはずだ。壊しちゃいけないものがあるんだ。
Damn, that's actually a good line to use on Shigaraki.
緑谷君が来るまで死柄木に何もさせない。
Just keep the conversation going.
ダイナマイト、右腕を見せろ。縫合する。まだお前の火力が必要だ。早く。
Damn. Damn. He basically called him the equivalent of an NPC.
腕を見せろ。あとは私たちが何とかする。死柄木はもう別次元の領域に。
He like shattered his pride in just one line.
奴との接敵経験があったからだ。だがそれを生かせる余地は
Yeah.
もはやない。よくやった。もう大丈夫だ。
That's not what he wanted. He wanted to take him out with Midoriya.
指フェイント。いいタイミング。回り込み。後ろ。
Bro, you good?
まだこの男は。それでもまだ。
Can his tears be used to ignite as well? I mean, we could have a clock evolution for Bakugo, because we've got it all of the villains at this point. That's something you could use to keep him in the battle. Kinda, yeah, he still does want to help his bros. That actually got him.
友達。僕みっくんとともちゃんに一緒に遊ぼうって言ってね、ヒーローごっこしてね、超楽しかったんだよ。
いるもん。
Yeah, he does.
みっくんとともちゃんがてんちゃんは優しいからって言ってくれたもん。
Oh.
ポンちゃんだって僕と散歩したがるもん。
Oh wow, you like really broke into his subconscious here. We're not talking about those people, we're talking about your league, man. The friends Tomura Shigaraki has. Yeah, I was like, what? Yeah, what? It was like the same thing as with Warp Boy, as with Kamamari. It like broke through his subconscious.
分裂する。体は完成した。死柄木弔は完全に僕と統合されたはずだ。
Not quite.
なのにまだ溶けきっていないものがある。
Because I don't think you fully understood Shigaraki's willpower and how fucked up he is mentally.
志村。長引くと面倒だ。
What are you doing? Oh dear.
待て！
時間稼ぎに構う理由がない。
多少はひるんでくれると思ったのに。
You did, for a little bit.
でよろしく。その隙に 初登場の俺が爆豪君を引き離す。
You did stall him for a few minutes, so you got something out of it, this at least.
ただ有効打が見込めなきゃ時間稼ぎは成立しない。だから俺はお前の時間を稼ぐぜ、玉木。来い、来てみろ来い、邪悪の根気がや。
無理するな。いいのが一発入ってる。意識を保つだけで。
Hey, don't get rid of the cape. That was sick. I still know it's just an old, it's like a hero's cape he has on as well. But I love that cape. It really completes the look.
天空の棺。
どうやら君たちは自分たちの棺桶をこしらえていたみたいだ。
Any minute now, Deku. Any minute, you know, whenever you're ready, just pop in. Oh wow, we're getting all the backstories.
どんな時に使うの？指長くすると携帯いじりにくくなるよね。不思議。やばいよね。
Oh wow.
ケイコちゃんは腕がブラシになる個性。
Oh my god, just like a mini Deku in this scene, getting all hyped about quirks.
また掃除しなくちゃいけないよね。不思議。マキ君は髪を伸ばす個性。お手入れ大変じゃない？
That's really cool.
将来はカツラ屋さん、お化け屋敷で幽霊役したり。
Wig shop.
気になる不思議。
Like the definition of a quirky girl.
何でもできる個性だからってそうやってうちらのこと見下してんでしょ。
No.
性格悪いんだよ。うざいんだってば。
She's just fascinated by everyone's
相手のことを
quirks.
知りたいと思うほどみんな離れていっちゃうの。でもね。
There is no way a girl that heart would have no friends at all. No chance in hell.
ヒーロー。誰が好きなんだい？
What?
ねえねえ、どうして顔隠してるの？
Nice, and instantly right back into her old self.
どうして親指上げてるの？
ミリオの。
どうして体が震えてるの？不思議。
クイクイ来る。
Yep.
でもね、君が聞いてくれたから。君たちのこと。
Get your ass out my
ここで
face.
たくさん知れたから。
And then you like literally became the top student, like the top girl in the school. And of course she loved his jokes. Yeah, Mirio's a good bloke.
混成大化の進化。
Very good friend.
発揮するには時間がかかる。浜敷玉木のことは私と東方が知っている。
ゼブラタランチュラプラスドラゴンフルーツプラスタカアシガニプラス
Spider
甲
crab?
州鹿プラス日本グリリアンプアメリカ
You've eaten a lot of things in your time, haven't you?
プラス波動ねじれのエネ
It's
ル
like
ギ
a
ー
yeah, you're making a cannon.
食べるほど可能性が広がる。
死柄木に唯一有効打を通せるとしたら個性に上限がないお前だ。自信持てよ玉木。
Stop being a bitch is the message.
サンイーター。
俺が失敗すればこの中にいるみんな殺されておしまいだ。
胸ハリーや玉木。さすがっす先輩。
Yep.
俺知ってるんだぜ。お前が本当はすげえ才能を持ってること。
Oh, that's a, I love that that hairstyle for him.
他者が与えてくれた宝
Come
物。
on, Tamaki, get your big moment in.
俺はこれまで
You had a good moment in season 4, but let's get
受
another
け止
one.
めきれなかった。宝の重さに潰されてしまうから。自分を卑下しているうちは楽だったから。みんなありがとう。今はこの重さが俺を強くしてくれる。
Well, let's see if this cannon works.
混成大化
Plasma cannon! Oh my god! Can you handle plasma, Shigaraki? I don't know, man. That's ripping through you like fucking a hot knife to butter. What the hell? Oh, that's way stronger than Bakugo's power. Holy shit. Holy shit. Not even like hit like all for one in his head. Like that was insane. No limit is right. God damn. Oh my god, really? After all that, and she took a hit too. Golden Age All Might had his quirk. Like he's quirkless right now. You're really making him out to be that powerful? Jesus, man. Like, I don't even think Deku could beat him at this point, like, as he is right now. And, like, you want to add on the fact that he has his quirks later as well? And the music's getting hype. The music's getting hype again. I was like basically running on instinct now. And he, what is this? How is he moving so fast? Yeah, what? What is this? Did it evolve? We know that.
そんな彼が編み出した新技クラスターには本人も知らない副作用があった。
Okay.
汗をため玉として放出するこの技は手のひらの感染に多大なる負担を強いる。勝ちを見据え線に玉をため続けた結果、玉は別の出口を求め体中から漏れ出す。
That's pretty cool.
全身からの爆破が
That's a fair evolution of his quirk. Yeah, that's all Deku knows, basically. Yep, many times over. No, but you are evolving yourself, which is nice. Undersized beetle. Well, let's see what this does then. What are we seeing here? It's like, it's All Might's conscience. It looks like it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Hi.
出会い方があんなだよ。いろいろクソみたいなこれ。
Putting it lightly.
なんとなく言う機会なくなってたんだけど。
Of course, his card. The card they both got together. One of his better memories now thinking about it. You know he's still got that card as well. Oh. Oh wow, they all went for it. Bro, are you sure you should all be that close right now? Oof. No! No! Why do you have the card on hand, you fool?
先ほどまで快晴だった関東、中部、関西地方ですが、急激な気温上昇が起こり、気象に乱れが生じているとのことです。
Why would you bring the card with you, you fool? To a battle.
あの子、雨嫌いなんだよね。
That's fair, honestly. That's lethal to a user of like heat.
なぜ勝てると思った？僕たちは準備した。魔王の体は完成した。
I'm seriously doubting Deku can beat him anymore. Because if he's like this when Aizawa's like staring at him, I don't care how good like One for All is anymore. That is not winning when he has quirks. Did they just kill Bakugo? His heart. Ooh. Like, oh man, see, like, again, they already teased Shigaraki killing him one time, right? Like, season 6, they teased it around this time, I think, last season, that he would, quote-unquote, die. But I just don't know. I don't know how much faith I have in this show to go that far. Because there's so many characters that should have died way before Bakugo in battles at this point, you know? And they never do. Like, they never do. So I just don't know how much I believe that they'd actually kill him off. If they did, though... but it kind of feels like they built this because like he like made amends in his head with All Might, and they had that card like I don't know if I want to believe it or not. I still don't know who the naked guy is. Or woman. Take your pick. That genuinely would be crazy though, because like even if he doesn't die, getting Deku like actually show up finally and just see like Bakugo's supposed corpse, like, bro, that's gonna be some wild shit. Alright guys, that was episode 11 of My Hero Season 7. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, we literally did this last season. Teased Bakugo and Shigaraki, and, you know, the death of Bakugo, all that good stuff. And while it does seem like they're segmenting it a little more here, and a little more, like, credibility to it, I don't know. I genuinely don't know, you know, because there's always just that unwillingness to kill off characters in shonen, especially, like, the high school, like, characters, you know. There's always just that unwillingness to actually do anything like that. So I'm not sure. I'll still admit that it was really cool to see. It kind of felt like there was a bit of quirk evolution there, even though they said it was a side effect of Bakugo's new ultimate move. It being, you know, somewhat of a quirk evolution was really cool, that he could now explode from any part of his body, which is really fun to see. Obviously, it did some work on Shigaraki. It really fucking hurt him. But yeah, you know, most of the episode was just trying to beat Shigaraki. And like I said, I feel like we're at a point where we're kind of setting up unrealistic expectations, because I'm really starting to doubt that even Deku can beat Shigaraki at this point. You know, because obviously he's going to be pretty OP and pretty unstoppable for a lot of the people who are not named Deku in this story. But to have him be technically quirkless at this point, and to go through all of this, you know, all these ultimate moves between Bakugo, between, like, the big three, all at once, and to have them pretty much do nothing, it, you know, especially, like, the plasma cannon, it's really starting to shake the idea that, like, they're building Shigaraki up a little too much, you know. you can have him struggle, you know, especially when you're under the excuse that he is being like nerfed by Aizawa and Eraser in general. You can have him struggle against these guys a little bit, but it's just not happening. So I feel like we're kind of setting up unrealistic expectations right now because, well, Deku's good, you know, he's strong and all that. Even I doubt at this point that Deku's at the level where he can actually go toe-to-toe with Shigaraki when he has quirks, you know, because this just feels a little too unbelievable at this point. But we'll see where this goes. They're obviously teasing again that like the merge hasn't really happened fully yet with All For One and Shigaraki, since for the first time, like, you know, Lemillion actually kind of awakened something in Shigaraki, like snapped him a little bit into like his previous mindset, where before he became a Shigaraki, you know, all of his family members and friends and whatnot. Interesting, they came up before the League did, but it was an interesting conversation there, considering that one of Shigaraki's big, you know, developments in this story has been finding things that he appreciates, things that he actually cares about. We know he wants to protect the lives of the League and the things that they want to do in life. He wants to give that to them. So it is true, he doesn't really deep down want to destroy everything in life, but it is interesting that much like the our Warp Gate guy, there does seem to be a subconscious in Shigaraki that's waiting to come out that isn't as evil as what we've seen. And obviously that could be the catalyst for finally getting rid of All For One, the idea that, you know, All For One's conscience is in this body, but Shigaraki does have some dormant stuff in there that could probably override it, and will kill him that way, especially since his main body seems charred right now. But we will see, Since we did end on a cliffhanger with Bakugo, though, I'm curious if this next episode is even going to be about that, since My Hero does like to give cliffhangers on certain instances, and then at least one episode later, we're just not covering it. I mean, we're literally doing that in this set with the Endeavor All For One thing. Like, we haven't seen that in the last episode, you know, and since this is My Hero, we could make a few episodes more to actually see what went on with that. So, I'm not even sure if we're going to focus on Shigaraki in this episode, but we'll see. You know, there's still other things going on in all other directions in this constant battle, but we'll see. So yeah, guys, let's go into episode 12. Alright guys, episode 12 of My Hero, let's do it. Oh, maybe we will. Are you finally gonna do something, Deku? Yep. Hey, I guess we will get it this time. Just knew that was coming. You just knew it. Yeah, that's bad. That's very bad. We just gotta wait to see what Deku's reaction is. Even if this isn't real, we've gotta see that. 4-0. In there, yep, in there, in like the worst art. Oh, that's a shot. That is crazy. Didn't think he would care about Bakugo so much, but best genist. Holy shit. Yep, they're in the biggest despair of their lives right now. If nothing else, he's definitely out of the fight. Yeah. Jesus, Best Genius's face is incredible. Yeah. I'm sorry, Mirko, but you have done nothing of note. Yep.
気にするなよ、ウサギ山ルミ。あの時はまだヒーローがたくさんいた。 君だけがしょうもなかったわけ。
Damn!
ヒーローが減ってあんな青にさえすら前線に立たざるを得ない
Yeah,
状
like
況の
honestly.
時点で死ぬさそりゃ一人や二人。君らは先制を仕掛けベストを尽くした。
And you still fucked
それ
it up.
でも足りなかっただけさ。人も備えもね。ヴィランに準備させちゃいけないとことをせいた緑谷出久は正しかったんだよ。
Damn. Damn, calling Izuku right, and he had a point.
決まっていたとしても結果的に先にお前とやれてよかったのかもな。
サト君逃げて。
Wait, what?
やっぱ直に触れると違うんだな。コツが直感
Did he get back up? Is he not done?
氷を打ち込まれる前に一か八か真似してみた。
What?
これで合ってるよな。
What? 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 What?
火力だけじゃなかった。
What?
そうだ。トヤにはほとんど独学でここまで
He was able to duplicate that ability?
執念に裏打ちされたセンスがトヤ兄には
He's still up.
今忙しいんだ。話しかけるな、ファザコンめ。
Mr. Daddy
エン
issues.
デバーなら軍河山荘跡地でオール・フォー・ワンと交戦中だ。
So Tuppy's not even out.
相変わらず脳みその詰まっていない連中だ。このネットワークは
This
私が
doesn't end, man. This just doesn't fucking end.
取り戻すなど容易に決まっているだろう。国外に逃げてまで頭脳を失った会社を存続させて何になる。保守もどうこせば
Feel
思考
Good
停止の
Inc.
泥人形
What a stupid name.
私は違う。私は信楽戸村を擁立しながらリッデストロの本懐を遂げる。あまねく人々は平等に能力を生かし、それによってのみ権益を勝ち取る。そこにはヒーローもヴィランもいない真の自由秩序がある。
Sure. Free order for all, good or evil.
何者かがシステムに侵入しようとしてる。オール・フォー・ワン、お前は好きにやれ。私も好きにする。革命の後に球体の残滓を残してはならぬ。とりわけ前時代の奴らの言葉に賛同しすがった者たち。あれらは新たな世界、
Oh boy.
不要な者たちである。
ああ、もうおとなしくなさい。ヴィランが来たらどうするの。大丈夫だよ先生。だってグチンコと爆豪たちが
Five Wheeze, what?
そうね。
Yeah, about Bakugo. Yeah, that's not quite accurate right now. He's definitely out.
前回の戦いでは防戦一辺倒で
Oh
何も
my
させてもら
god.
えなかった
So he can regenerate. This is insane.
今回は違う。ヒーローとは防ぐものであり、ヴィランとは犯すもの。
So that big move meant
僕らは
nothing.
夢に向かって突き進む。
And his whole and his injuries, his scars are healing as well. What is going on? What is going on in this show anymore? Why did I just title this season "Fuck You"?
これのオリジナルは人間の個性じゃ。まったく面白いとは思わんかね。君の言う通り、因果とは収束するものじゃの。生成の過程でわしは消失弾とは異なるオリジナルの効果に着目した。終末論はやはり正論であったと言わ
Oh,
ざ
he,
るを得ない。
oh, he used it on himself.
使えるのは一度きりじゃ。計画通りにシャバへ戻った暁には君の夢の一助になるじゃろう。
Oh, it wasn't a deleter
脱
quirk.
獄後、もしわしに万が一があった場合を考慮し、データとともにここに残す。本音を言えばやはりわしは君自身の声と眼笑顔が愛おしい。
Alright, bro, let's turn down the gay vibes.
君自身の心に憎悪が宿らんこと。
So he had a trump card to reverse all damage to him.
これエンデバー
That is crazy! That is actually crazy! Ares' power used to heal all for one. Run. This isn't a fight. You run. Don't look at the naked man too long. Idiots. I guess we're not beating all for one. Not even close. This is like prime pre-All Might battle. Oh, we know about the Shigarakis. I can't look cool if I'm naked. Well, some would disagree with you like that. Yeah, the Shigarakis just love their capes. Oh, it will. Oh, you can't turn it off. Yeah, he really messed up the body so there was no saving it. He's literally a comic book villain. They have the power to make the rules. You're just a dick. You're just a dick. You, man, Fate was really fucking with you the day that he got all for one. Oh my god, we're going back, aren't we?
危機をどう捉えるかだ。我々はすでに他国より半歩レッドゾーンに踏み込んでしまっている。君のせいでね、ティモシー・アグパ。個性専門機関の報告によれば、トムラはもはや人の手に負えない段階まで来ている。つまり、何が起きても不思議ではないアンタッチャブル。
Nice.
そんな化け物に君は敵対意志を示して。
Oh, okay. This isn't as far a flashback as I thought.
ミサイルでね。つまり迎合すると。すでに先進国間ではどこが一番早くトムラの信頼を得られるか睨み合いが始まっている。どう支配されるか考えるなど馬鹿げている。被害を抑えるためだ。気を伺い撃つ。
So the nation's already willing to give up control to him.
奪われ骨抜きにされるだけだ。
It's great we're seeing like the US though in the White House.
そんなものが未来であってたまるか。その椅子が言わせてんだろ。アグバーさん。スターが何のために戦ってきたのか。キャシーが何のために殉死したのか。わかんなくなっちまったわけじゃないだろう。
Poor girl.
少年少女は大人を見て育つんだ。大人はその少年たちを支え。
Kind of criminal we never even got to see them meet in the show. No interaction at all. Is it going to bring him back? Resurrect him, maybe? Literally sew him together?
そう、どこにでも忍び込む忍者ヒーロー。人の体なら幾度も忍び、熟知している。
Oh my god, what the hell? Weird collaboration.
諦めてたまるか。ミルコ！あがけ！首だけになっても食らいつけ！
Yeah, well, she very well might be ahead by the end of this. I mean, the heart stopped. It's already gone, man. Really? What is this? I'm gonna do this weird fusion shit with Bakugo and this guy? So we did lose someone in the end, I guess. Eggshot is becoming this kid's heart. Like, what the hell?
エッジショット個性獅子体を薄く細く引き伸ばせる幾年月の研鑽を重ねた彼の体はさらに細く流血も止まるほどに引き締まり
That's
さらに薄く雲糸のごとき姿となる
ウォッシュから譲ってもらったバブルで体を洗い体内に忍び込む
What the fuck? This is freaky.
ジーニストが縫合しているがまた血は流れている中が損傷している肺も傷ついているこの体で各機関の内と外を補修しつつ心肺活動を補助内からの心肺蘇生
It looks like it's doing something.
ジーニスト見るか
Alright, well if we're gonna revive Bakugo, this is definitely one of the most creative ways I've seen to do it.
エッジショットの縫合士レベルにまで細く引き伸ばされた体はしかし極限状態ゆえに自身の生命を徐々にすりつぶしていく
神原それは僕がもう壊したんだよ
You look so happy about it too. What? Oh, that was such a great shot of him. The itching.
それは俺がもう壊したんだよ
Nice. Good hit.
そんなにひねり潰されたいか
Ugh.
なんだふらついただとこの体でありえない
She staggered you,
ダメージな
nice.
ど感じいや待て最後に食らったあれあの時わずかにひりついた
So yeah.
ダメージが蓄積されて
You're taking damage now.
いやそう多くはならばありえんあの時の焦りあれは脅威を感じていたというのか
So
モブに
funny to call him an extra, given Bakugo's the one. You look a bit freaked out. So after all this shit, they finally hurt him a little bit. The most minimalistic amount. But it did work. Well, now we're finally, after all this time, actually damaging the fucking guy. Basically leaving it prime for Deku to start punching him.
壊れてない僕には誰も手を差し伸べなかったくせに誰も僕を見てなかったくせに
And here they are fighting tooth and nail to save Bakugo's life.
信楽戸村の体は最適な形を求めている 破壊を求め膨張した指の塊は最適のはずだった。誰も近寄らせず世界を蹂躙する形だった。
Overran the world. Calm down.
ヒーローたちは超えてきた。抹消によって回復を封じられた体と心のストレスが彼を蝕み、そして体は
Oh, she lost part of her ear.
今この場により適した答えを導き出
What
し
is
た。
this? They're becoming like a weird, freaked out version of Machina? What the hell? Oh, they're definitely getting creative with his forms. Now he really is a Dark Souls boss. Bro, Deku, you saw them in the distance like fucking 20 minutes ago, man. You gonna do something? You're not even worth fighting! You literally can't do anything!
人が壊したもんを直すなよ。
明らかな防御形態、拒絶の形、それが結論か。
Truly NPC moments.
こんなのが俺の。
大丈夫。お前は誰より立派なヒーローになった。
Yeah, no. He wasn't the main character, bro. Sorry.
俺の未来なのかよ、ナイトアイ。
電子バリアを一瞬解除する。2秒押し答えて。
何を。いや待て、2秒は長すぎる。どうやってどうすれば。何もない。見向きも。いや違う、今は意識を向けさせなきゃ。
Look, man, you gotta do something at the end of the day.
俺にはそんな武器。
I'm not sure what you can do, to be honest. Ooh.
だから笑っていろ。元気とユーモアのない社会の明るい未来はやってこない。桃がなってるよ。
That would honestly break anyone's focus. Like, what the fuck? Oh, hi. Hi. Smash. Honestly, as silly as that is pretty fair, you know. When you enter like the most juvenile of shit, or something just completely unexpected, unfocused, and completely inappropriate to the situation, it can definitely cause distractions. It can definitely cause you to lose your focus for a brief moment, you know. You get a lot of that in High School DxD, where, you know, Issei is just being himself, and the villains they're about to fight are like, huh? What? Nani? The fuck? So yeah, that very, very silly, but honestly a pretty good distraction. Like, even Shigaraki in his form of like going wild is like, huh? The only thing that could have distracted him longer, you know, is if someone showed their boobs, but yeah, that, you know, Miro's ass is a pretty good distraction as well. Alright, so I guess, you know, although he didn't wake up this episode, they are pretty much confirming that Bakugo's going to be fine again, and a pro-hero Edgeshot is going to actually become his new heart, self-sacrifice to become his heart. Interesting resolution, I guess. I wasn't expecting it, I can definitely say that. So it is unique for sure, that is interesting, but obviously it's the same thing. Like, who is Edgeshot? Who actually cares? It's still just a way to bring Bakugo back, because the status quo shall not be stopped. So that's just how we're going about it. I kind of felt like we could have just had Deku in this episode finally. I don't feel like we really needed another episode in this before we actually got to Deku. But yeah, things are not going well. I cannot believe we're still having All for One here. So we pretty much had an engineered bullet, or a blood piece, to pretty much activate Eri's quirk with no shut-off function, pretty much. It will just reverse the damage of All for One entirely, but it will very quickly pretty much de-age him into nothingness, which is basically just to buy time, for him to pretty much clean up, wipe out the heroes on his side of things, and then obviously try to, with his conscience no longer distracted between two bodies, pretty much completely absorb into Shigaraki's body, and obviously go from there. Very cool, you know. I do find it just hilarious how much of just a fucking dork All for One actually is. Like, he is motivated by comics, and he liked comics back in the day, and he just wanted to be a villain, and he got the power of basically God in this universe, so he became a villain. That's literally it. That's all he wants, and you know, you're definitely going to get some silly people like that with superpowers, so that is kind of funny. And yeah, I feel like the role All for One plays in this universe, you don't really need more than that, so I can't even complain about the backstory. It's just silly, is what it is, and like I said, it's still adding more to keep this season going, and I'm really unsure what we're actually going to do with that. Is there really anything else we can in theory do with All for One? I mean, like we said, his body is literally on a time limit now. He will die. That is certain. So, what can we actually do with Hawks and Endeavor and all the people here, other than just, like, you know, just have an exposition dump? Like, I really don't know. But it is funny to have that happen. It is pretty humorous. New Shigaraki's body is pretty cool, obviously. Now we're at a point to where we can suddenly hurt him. He's finally taking damage after all this time, which obviously is prime time for Deku. Because like I said, the way they were doing it before this episode, I doubt Deku could do anything to him. But now, apparently, he can get hurt, so it's fine. He can be damaged now, so Deku should pretty easily clear him, I think. If Aizawa and, you know, all that can keep Eraser going, we should be good. But yeah, guys, this was really cool. Most of the set was pretty much just Shigaraki stuff. You know, All for One, great in episode 1. Darby's back up because Darby's back up. Great. He's replicated somehow Shoto's attack move, which is crazy. And yeah, we have 9 episodes to go in this season. We really want to push that. We really want to make sure that we do not stop these battles at all. And obviously the prime stuff is still Darby, Toga, Shigaraki, and now All for One round 2, I guess. Whatever you want to call that. So we'll see how that goes next time. It's going to be interesting to see just who goes out first at this point. Because, like, yeah, Darby had his KO and he's fucking back up. Because, of course, why not? But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed this set. And I shall see you next time.